This week's Super Senior is a real history whiz.
As Joe Carroll discovered, she uses history as a form of therapy.
As the saying goes, the only constant in life is change. From the seasons to a once booming railroad transporting granite out of Hardwick.
Is it fair to say these tracks changed the town?
Absolutely.
As the president of the Hardwick Historical Society, Elizabeth Wiz Dow is the curator of the town's rich history. But like everyone, Wiz has a personal story to be told. More on that in a bit.
Along about 1905, the granite industry that grew up here was putting the equivalent of $1.2 million per month into this economy.
The trains are long gone, replaced by bicyclists cruising on the Lamoille Valley Rail Trail. What does remain is the 1882 train depot, now occupied by the Historical Society.
Nice building.
Nice building, yes.
But with the old, there's something new. A climate-controlled storage room for archival materials. A wealthy donor left the society $90,000 in her will. Wiz hustled to get 30 grand to make this room happen.
I refer to them as sugar daddies, yes. This is essentially a box that has 10 inches of insulation on all 6 sides, sitting within the historic building.
Is this unusual?
This is very unusual. I'm a professional archivist. I knew what this should be.
Wiz was also a librarian at various schools in Vermont. At 57, she was offered a job in a place and state she'd never dreamed she'd end up.
And I said,
Louisiana State University.
So what's the moral of the story here?
the moral of the story is that making a major change in what you can do, if you can do it, is rejuvenating.
After 13 years at LSU, she came back to Vermont to retire.
So I see 1962, that's the year I was born.
The Historical Society has a large collection of the Hardwick Gazette.
Community Halloween party. There's lots of the dark side of life that doesn't show up in the newspaper.
The dark side of Wiz's early life wouldn't make the paper either.
I had a really abusive childhood.
She grew up in a dairy farm in central Pennsylvania, where she says her grandfather sexually abused her, starting at 7.
At some level, I thought to myself, that was my fault. I shouldn't have been doing that. But when I got in a world and I could see, no, that wasn't my fault. And I have to stop beating up on that little girl that I was. I developed 2 mantras. One was, if I don't get well, the bastards have won. And the other was, living well is the best revenge.
Which the 82-year-old has. She does not want to be defined by those troubled years, but the woman she's become.
I've got everything I need to be contented, and I am.
In those early troubled years, well, that's history. Reporting in Hardwick, Joe Carroll, Channel 3 News.